Hello all, welcome back to the new video. Today we are going to do the next task for the GitHub Skills for the GitHub Action Certification Prep. So without further ado, let's get started. We have already completed 4 of the task. Now the sixth one is the write JavaScript action. So in this particular task, we are planning to learn how to create a custom actions. So using two methods, we can create a custom actions. One is to write the JavaScript, and the another one, if you want to write it in Python, then you can write the code in Python, and we can use the Docker image with the Docker file to execute those actions. So today's topic is to write the JavaScript action. So let's get started. So this is the repository, uh, and we'll go down and start the course, which will ask us to clone our repository. Okay, so we have a main branch and the code. Awesome. So step one is initialize a new JavaScript project. Yeah. So actually, the GitHub Actions and GitHub is written in Node.js. So that's why they have preferred to use the JavaScripts to create multiple actions. So the Java JS is supported natively, Node.js, and if you want Python, then Docker is the option. So initialize a new JavaScript project once you have necessary tools. Okay. Terminal. Okay. So this wants us to clone this in local. Okay. Yeah. So we are in the IDE now. So what we are going to do is we are going to do the steps one by one, like cloning and everything. So let me just grab the clone URL. This will clone the repository in my local. Yes, we are going to cd into it. License and the readme file is there. Then I need to check which branch I am. I'm in the main branch. Yes. We need to create a directory. Let me just copy paste it. Okay. So it has created a directory. Let me initialize the project. I have npm installed already in my system, so it will be quick. Yep, we have initialized the npm project now. Let me install the dependencies. Okay, let me add and commit the changes. Yeah, we are done. Awesome. Let me push those changes. I'm copying all the commands from the GitHub page only. Yeah, so the changes has been pushed. Let's go over to our repository and check. Yeah, node modules is here. It should trigger a workflow. Yes, it has triggered a workflow. Some content has been hidden. Okay, that is fine. Yeah. Okay, so as a part of this activity, what we will do is let's configure your action. Okay, all of the stages are placed in action.GitHub Action. Okay, create a new file. Yeah, here if you can see, there is action and joke action folder. Let me create a dot keep file which will allow us to push those changes into the repository. Okay, let me take the pull first because we have done the changes, that's why. Okay, now we can push those changes. Awesome. Let me go to, yeah. So if we go to GitHub, we can see there is a joke action and dot keep. Cool. Now we have the folder. Now we need to create a file called actions.yaml. Inside this actions.yaml with this content. Java description use external APIs to retrieve the display of a joke runs node 16 main.js. Okay. Let me check. Save the actions, commit changes. Okay. I'm directly creating this into ID, not ID, in my GitHub only. So it should trigger this particular action. Let's see. Creation actions.yaml. Okay. I think it worked. I think there is one issue. No problem. We'll check. Okay. So we are on the step 3 now. Awesome. Write your GitHub JavaScript action and automate customized task unique of workflow. Okay. So file name must be action. Every GitHub actions that we write needs to be accompanied by the metadata file. Yes, this file has to a few rules. Okay. The file name must be actions.yaml. Understood and noted. And required for both Docker container and JavaScript. As I said, we can do the custom actions using two methods. One is Docker and one is JavaScript. Written in YAML syntax here. Written in YAML syntax, not YAML syntax. Oh my god. This file defines the following information. Okay, name. Yeah, we need to add the name, description. Input parameter allows you to specify actions required. No, okay. Output is also fine. Yeah, runs is important. Run the action, it's run branding. That's fine. Create the metadata file. Awesome. We can go here. We are already there, and we can add this file. I think we have added all this. Not output, I believe. Yeah, can update this file then. Okay. Then save and push. Let me add this command. Saving. It should trigger action now. Yep. Cool. We are on the fourth step. Files. You probably know the JavaScript programming, blah 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 blah. Fetching up joke. Okay, so jokes API. First file will be jokes.js. It will be feature. Okay, okay. Mm-hmm. You get back to JSON for the response. Like okay, contains three key value pairs. Okay. Okay. So we will get the response in this like whenever we hit into it for the API into that particular joke website, we will get the response from that particular API like this. We'll have ID with the joke and the status code. Okay. Okay, we will create a jokes.js. Let me create that file. We go to the code main. We are inside the jokes.action. We'll create the jokes.js. That's the code. Need to copy paste the code. Okay. Add one description of source code. We will bring the request promise library to install earlier using the npm. That's fine. We have already installed it. Next, depend the set of options in the library. It makes a request. Okay. We have already done that, like all the models and everything. Let's see if we find any issues, then we'll return. So it is saying what it is doing. In the main entry point for your actions. Okay, main.js. So we need to create one more file. Let me comment this and add a main.js with this content. Add once. Okay, that's fine. Creating a JavaScript file for a new action. Jokes.js is already there. I think we need to update that file. Let me commit these changes first. Then go to jokes.js. Update the changes. Commit the changes. I'll go to the main.js again. Update the changes. Yep. I think it should trigger a main.js action because we have pushed a lot of files. Then it has updated that. Let's see what is okay. I think it's done. Yep. Trigger a joke action. Great. So open issue 1 in the issues tab. Apply the first joke label to the issue. Wait for a few seconds and apply second joke label. Okay. Check the JS action workflow result on action step. Okay. We'll go to issues. Create a new issues. We'll have the title as the first joke along with the label, I believe they have mentioned. Yeah, label. We have the first joke label here. Let me create it. Okay, it should trigger an action now. Yep, first joke. Go here, JS action. Action has been completed successfully. So it has checked out the code, repository initializing everything. Okay, post action run. Okay, let me create a second issue. second joke and create it. See what it does. Yeah, it has triggered two workflows. If you can see the joke and the action has been triggered. If we go to the code, yeah, we have successfully completed the verse. Awesome. Kudos. Yeah. Yes. So we have successfully completed this task as well. I hope you learn new thing today. So don't forget to hit that like button if you like the video, and put your thoughts in the comment. Also, if you want any particular topic I need you want me to create a video about, then do let me know in my comment section. And I'll see you in the next one.